Hi, welcome to your practice today. Thanks for joining me. We'll be doing a 30-minute practice today, so hopefully this helps you kind of fit your practice into your busy day and your busy life. So yeah, thanks again. As you settle in, you can find a seat, you can get comfortable, you can take a block or a cushion under your hips if that feels good. I'm taking a deep breath here, and I'm just going to read you a line from the Bhagavad Gita, which says, "One who has let go of the fruits of their actions is content and free of dependency." I'll read it one more time. One who has let go of the fruits of their actions is content and free of dependency. So as we head into our practice today, taking a moment to just ask ourselves what we are trying to get or gain, or if we have goals for our practice, and then to take a moment and to see if we can let those go, whatever they are, so that we practice for the sake of practice. Whatever comes back to us from the practice, great, but we don't attach ourselves to those goals. We don't attach meaning to those goals, to whether we hit them or don't hit them, whether we feel a certain way, whether we don't feel a certain way. We let ourselves just be in the practice. You can allow your hands to find a prayer at your heart. If the eyes are open, maybe letting the eyes close. Taking a big breath in, we'll chant one Om. You can allow your eyes to open if they're closed. And if you'd like to follow along with my playlist today, you can click play whenever you're ready. And we'll meet in a child's pose. Once you've found child's pose, allowing the hips to get really heavy. Allowing the forehead to melt into the earth. Taking one more big breath here. And with an inhale, we start to walk the hands back, rising up onto our knees. Fingertips come down behind us, and we find a lift of the chest, opening through the front of the body. Exhaling, melting back into our child's pose. We'll do that again, walking the hands back, rolling up, taking the fingers back, maybe this time gentle lift of the hips. Exhaling, hips to the heels, crawling out to child's pose. One more time, walking back, rolling up to sit. Fingers touching down, lifting maybe a little more through the front of the body. And then hips to the heels, we'll crawl out onto hands and knees. Once we're on all fours, taking the right leg back, toes tucked under, and we'll slide that right leg around so it comes about in line with the left knee. Pressing down to the sole of the right foot. With an inhale, right arm to the sky. On an exhale, right arm slides under. Maybe the elbow comes down. Maybe the shoulder melts down to the earth. And for a gentle twist. Pressing into the into the left hand, sending the right arm back up to the sky. And we'll bring the hand down to the floor, turning out through the right toes, bending the right knee, placing the foot on the earth. And we'll take a seat, hands finding the heart. Breathing in. On an exhale, right hand touches down in front of the right leg, left arm reaching up to the sky. We'll take that left arm over the ear, sweep it past the face, and crawl into the top of the mat. We'll step the right foot back, step the left foot back, downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out. It's a plank pose, rolling out long. We'll come down to hands and knees on an exhale. Keep the toes tucked as we walk the hands forward, letting the forehead soften to the mat. For a puppy dog. Big inhale, big exhale. We'll slide out onto the belly. Forearms stay where they are. So we start to find a Sphinx pose, sending the heart forward through the upper arm bones. And on an exhale, letting the hands come down, making a little pillow and resting the forehead on the hands. We'll bend the right knee, bringing the heel in toward the bum. Maybe the right hand reaches back to draw that heel in toward the sitting bone. If that feels comfortable, maybe we press the right foot into the right hand and find a gentle lift of the chest, reaching forward while pressing down into that left forearm. On an exhale, drawing the heel in toward the bum, and we'll release, hands on the mat. Bending the left knee, taking the heel toward the bum. Stay here or take the left hand back, drawing the heel in toward the sitting bone. Again, feel free to stay here or maybe stretching the left foot up into that left hand. Finding a gentle half bow pose here. Big breath in. On an exhale, releasing, making a pillow with the hands. Hands under the shoulders. We'll come back onto all fours. And with a breath in, the left leg stretches out, toes tucked under. Sliding the left leg around, bringing it to about the height of your knee. And then sending the left arm to the sky. Breath in. Exhale, left arm slides under either to the elbow or onto the shoulder. Inhaling. Exhaling. On a breath in, sending it back up to the sky. Exhale, left hand finds the floor. We turn out the left toes, bending the knee. Stepping the foot down, we come to sit on the right heel, hands finding the heart. Left fingers come down to the floor, right arm stretches to the sky. And then we take that arm long over the ear. Swing it past the face and we crawl the hands forward, stepping back, left foot, right foot, downward facing dog. Big breath in here. On an exhale, softening the knees and take a walk forward to the top of the mat. Big breath in when we arrive in our forward fold. On an exhale, letting the knees soften, rolling all the way up to stand. Pressing into the 2 feet, sweeping the arms to the sky. And hands come through the heart, finding Tadasana, mountain pose. With a breath in, arms reaching high. With a breath out, folding over the legs. Right foot steps back, inhaling. Downward facing dog, exhaling. It's a plank pose as we breathe in. Knees to the mat, toes point, elbows hug in as we lower to the floor. Baby cobra, heart forward. Traveling back through hands and knees, downward facing dog. On a breath in, right leg rises. Foot steps forward between the hands, lowering the left knee, releasing the toes. Arms sweeping forward and up. Low crescent lunge. Exhaling, hands to the mat. Back foot steps forward, halfway lift. Exhale, bowing forward, Uttanasana. Arms high, breathing in. Hands collect at the heart, breathing out. Sweeping it high, inhaling. Bowing forward, exhaling. Left foot steps back, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhaling. Plank pose, breath in, straight legs or bent legs, lowering to the floor, exhaling. Toes point, cobra, heart lifts. Down dog, exhaling. Left foot stretches high, breathing in. Stepping forward, letting the back knee lower, toes point. Arms reaching to the sky for our low crescent lunge. Hands to the mat. Back foot forward, halfway lift, inhale. Melting heavy head, exhale. Arms high, Urdhva Hastasana. Hands collect at the heart, and we'll find our Tadasana, releasing the arms. Knees soften, Utkatasana, chair pose. Breathing in. Exhale, folding to the earth. Spine lengthens, breath in. Bending the knees, planting the palms, we step back to plank, lowering halfway down or all the way down. Up dog or cobra, chest lifts. Down dog, exhaling. Big breath in. Big breath out. On an inhale, right leg rises. Stepping that foot forward, we'll find our Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1 pose. Left heel down, arms floating to the sky. Energizing the left pinky toe, sinking it into the earth. Exhaling, hands behind the back, interlacing the fingers. Knuckles reaching back, heart lifting. And with a breath out, we bow forward, devotional warrior. Chest can find the thigh, or both shoulders maybe slide inside the right knee. With an exhale, hands release to the mat. Turning the toes to face the left side of the mat, paralleling the feet, we come up onto the fingertips, big breath in. And with an exhale, we melt, heavy hands, heavy head, for our straddle forward fold. Breathing in, rising back up onto the fingertips, long spine. Spinning the heels in, toes out, the left knee bends, and we sink the hips over to the left, flexing the right toes. On a breath in, coming back up through center, paralleling the toes, forward fold. Inhale, arms sweeping to the sky. Exhale, spinning to the top of the mat, warrior 2 pose. Knee moving over the center of the right foot. Flipping the palms, peaceful warrior, sending the right arm high. Exhale, hands cartwheel down, lowering the left knee, releasing the toes. Left hand down, right foot steps to the back of the mat, and we sweep the right arm to the sky for a supported side plank. Feel free to stay here. Feel free to play with lifting that right leg, finding the moment of balance. And maybe we bend the right knee, reaching back for the foot, drawing the heel in toward the bum, opening through the front of the body. If we caught the back foot, letting the leg extend. Right foot to the mat, right hand down, sending the left foot up and back for a 3-leg dog. Inhaling. Foot steps forward between the hands, exhaling. Walking the left fingertips forward, half moon pose, opening up through the right side body. Heart floating toward the sky. Right hand to the mat, stepping all the way back, low lunge, breath in. Taking it back through plank, take it through vinyasa. Left leg rises on a breath in. Stepping forward for our warrior 1, sealing the back heel, sending the arms to the sky. Tailbone is heavy. Breathing in. With an exhale, the hands connect behind the back, other thumb on top this time. Knuckles stretching back, chest lifting, big inhale. And with an exhale, Bhakti Virabhadrasana, letting it fold. Keeping that right foot as an anchor. With an exhale, the hands release to the floor. Spinning the toes to the right, we parallel to the long side of the mat. Fingertips pressing down, spine lengthening, inhaling. Heels in, toes out, right knee bends as we sink the hips toward the right heel. Left toes can open toward the sky. Coming back up through center, paralleling the toes, forward folding. Arms stretching high for a prayer, breath in. We spin to the top of the mat, warrior two, breath out. Flipping the palms for peaceful warrior, letting the left ribs open. Exhale, hands to the floor. Back knee comes down, toes release. Right hand to the mat, stepping the left foot back, left arm to the sky. Light through that left side body. And you have options. You can stay here. You might play with lifting the left leg. Maybe you catch the left foot, drawing the heel in toward the bum. If you caught the back foot, gently letting it go. Left foot touches down, left hand touches down. Right leg sweeps high for a three-legged dog. Exhale, foot between the hands. Walking the fingertips forward, shifting onto the right leg for our half moon. Light through the left side body. Exhaling, left hand down, big step back, breathing in. Take it through plank. Take it through vinyasa. Big breath here. Softening the knees. Looking forward, we step or hop the feet to the top of the mat. Long spine, breath in. Forward fold, breath out. Arms to the sky, high prayer. Hands find the heart, exhaling. Bending the left knee, drawing the heel in toward the bum. Either holding the outside of the foot or the inside of the foot, whatever feels good in your body. Right arm sweeps to the sky. Feel free to stay here or maybe float that left foot into the left hand. Tilting the weight toward the front of the right foot for dancer pose. On an inhale, we rise up out of it. Releasing the left foot, stepping it back behind us, staggering the feet. Hands can come behind the back, finding opposite elbows. Breath in. On an exhale, hinging at the hips, diving forward. Lengthening, 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 and then letting the head get heavy. On an exhale, hands can release, crawling the left fingers forward, shifting onto the right foot, and we float the left foot back, right arm to the sky. Rotated half moon pose, feeling both arms, both legs, the crown of the head and the tailbone reaching in 6 opposite directions. And then right hand to the mat, drawing the left knee in behind the heel. We'll sit down on the bum. Arms to the sky, breathing in. And we take a big twist to the right. Right fingers down, left elbow finds the outside of the knee. On an exhale, we can release the twist, hands over to the left. Rolling up to sit. Feet touch down, hands touch down, breathing in. Exhale, sweeping the hips to the sky. Big inhale. Hips soften down, exhaling. Crossing the ankles and making your way back to down dog. Maybe there's a vinyasa. Maybe it's a soft step back. Breathing in. Breathing out. Softening the knees, looking forward, stepping or floating the feet to meet the hands. Long spine, breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Arms sweeping high, inhaling. Hands connect at the heart. Bending the right knee this time, reaching back, holding the outer or the inner foot. Left arm reaching to the sky, breath in. With an exhale, the right foot sweeps into the right hand, shifting the weight forward instead of down. Natarajasana. With a breath in, we rise back up. Releasing the right foot, stepping it back so the feet are staggered, hands behind the back. Inhaling, hinging at the hips, long spine, and letting it fold. Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. With an exhale, hands soften to the floor. Walking the right hand forward, shifting the weight onto the left leg. We send the right leg back, left arm to the sky, rotated half moon, reaching out in every direction, creating space, creating length. And then left hand to the mat, right knee hooks in behind the left foot. Sitting bones to the earth. Arms high, breathing in. And we take a twist to the left. With an exhale, gentle release, hands to the right. Rolling up to sit. Extending the legs. Taking the hands back behind the hips, just a step. Pointing the toes as the heels dig down, heart lifts, breathing in. Exhaling, hips to the earth. Crossing the ankles, we'll roll over the shins and we'll meet in a child's pose. You can allow the knees to go wide, relaxing the hips to the heels. Breathing in and breathing out. And gently letting the hands crawl back to the knees. And we'll come to stand on the knees. So if your knees are sensitive, you can roll the mat over or you can take a blanket under the knees for a little bit more softness. Tucking the toes, hands connect to the lower back. Breathing in, letting the shoulder blades draw in, letting the heart reach up to the sky. Feel free to stay here, finding this big opening through the front of the body. Maybe the hands soften back to the heels. For our Ustrasana, camel pose. If the hands found the heels, hands to the back of the pelvis, coming back up long, pointing the toes, and we'll sit down on the heels for a breath, neutralizing the spine here. Letting the hips come down, you can unroll the mat or move your padding out of the way. Legs to the front of the mat, and we'll roll all the way down onto our backs. And let your feet stay on the mat so you can just feel a sense of release through the back body. The feet can walk a little bit wider. So the feet are about as wide as the mat. And then allowing the knees to knock in toward one another. One hand can come to the belly. One hand can come to the heart. And the eyes can close or the gaze can soften. Gently allowing the feet to walk back together. Drawing the knees into the chest. Come into a little ball. Hugging in, nose toward the knees. Big inhale here. And with an exhale, we'll let it all release into Savasana. Legs out long, arms down by the sides, palms open. And again, maybe the eyes float closed here. The breath can start to deepen. And you can start to find some movement here on your back, whatever feels good to wake up the body. Taking your time to let the knees bend, stepping the feet onto the mat. And softly rolling over onto the right side. And we'll take our time to come up to sitting. The hands can connect, finding a prayer in front of the heart. And just taking a moment here, bringing your awareness back to that intention. Practicing for the sake of practicing. And trying to release ourselves from any attachment to the outcomes. I invite you to take this idea with you as you leave your mat, as you head into whatever your day looks like, whatever your week looks like. And we'll seal our practice with Om, breathing in. Thank you so much for your practice today. Namaste.